like to send it over.
Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we'd like to start off giving all honor and glory for the presence of worship to our power.
Yahawah,
BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
Double honors for our apostles, our elders, and bishops of great millstones who will well. What's up?
Y'all all sideways.
Flip it, turn it to you, and then turn it back.
Oh, there.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Double honors to our apostle, elders, bishops of great millstones who will well. Peace, citation to the hopeful elect. Brother, GMS Cleveland branch, Lord willing to bring out a lesson, edifying lesson through the spirit and power of YAHWAH, YAHWASHI, man. And Salaki for the technical difficulties. But yeah, through the spirit and power of YAHWAH, YAHWASHI, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying, man. And just talking about family, was really inspired by something Elder Uriah said when he encountered Elder Awar in Birmingham. And he had mentioned how everything around us is getting weak and we're getting stronger, but except us. You see what I'm saying? Hence the inspiration for the title. Everything is dying. Everything is getting weaker. But here it is. We're getting stronger. All right. What I was about to say. As far as everything in terms of food, we talking about food a lot. You know, we had class on food, music, relationships. You know what I'm saying? Just everything. The whole concept of man is weak. You know what I'm saying? And then at the same time this is happening, we're getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? Our mind is getting stronger. Our body's getting stronger. Our spiritual self is getting stronger. You know what I'm saying? We see things differently, man. You know what I'm saying? In the midst, why everything is falling.
Yeah, because we got something to look forward to.
Yeah.
All of these things that you mentioned, these things are going to get consumed here in Babylon with that thermonuclear fire.
Exactly.
They talk about the works therein shall be burnt up. So yeah, we got something to look forward to. That's salvation. That's the kingdom.
Yep.
All right, that's being crowned by YAHWAH.
Yep.
The flesh get weaker. Because when you read the scripture, you talk about that the hour man perish.
Yep.
Day by day. So that goes hand in hand though with the topic of the lesson, being renewed. You know what I'm saying? Day by day. You see?
That's why we is getting stronger, because we got the spirit.
Right.
Right, because the bodies it get old. It break down. It decay. You know what I'm saying? It'll go back to the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
To the soil. You know what I'm saying?
That's why the Lord gonna give us new bodies. Because eventually our mindset that we got now is gonna match the bodies we're gonna have.
There you go, because that's when we gonna have our bodies, have that spiritual power.
Yep.
But then our bodies ain't never gonna be old. We're gonna be eternal. So we're gonna have an extraterrestrial body where we can go in space. We was talking about the diets of the fins and the scales, and we can go in the water and our skin just parasites can't do it, and this and that,
Yeah, that's fire, because even on a weaker level, like you talking about the body, when our hands go in the water, it gets a little wrinkly.
Yeah.
That's so we can grip things underwater.
And if you're underwater for a period of time.
Yeah, that's fire, that's fire. So can you imagine the bodies we're getting ready to inherit to match the mindsets that we currently have? And speak to the wisdom, bring it forth the kingdom.
And salt water you can more rapidly than regular water, because salt water dehydrates you.
Oh yeah.
More. That's why we go to the pool and shit. You know what I'm saying? Your fingers come out like that because it's pulling moisture from your body.
Damn, we got you got that? Yeah, read that real quick.
This second Esdras chapter 14, verse 10. For the world hath lost his youth, and the times begin to wax old. For the world is divided into 12 parts.
Yeah, so it said the world has lost its youth. Well, youth, that's your prime in a sense. You got you strong, you fast, you think. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying that the earth has lost its beauty, which is cohesive with your strength. You know what I'm saying? Because we're going to be beautified forever because we're going to get our strength.
Hey, and that just made me even think about the strongholds, bro. Even the customs of the society. Back in the years and years ago, decades ago, Christmas was mighty.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving was mighty.
Yep.
Halloween was mighty.
Yep.
But now, when these certain pagan holidays come around, it's not the same. It's
Because the truth combating.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's right. So these things are becoming weak.
Yep.
While ours is
The
you know.
house of David.
Yup.
Yep.
Stronger.
Matter of fact, can somebody hold two
Esau was there, the house of Saul too in the spirit, because this why this fucking faggot ass nigga go at the Edomite.
Yep.
He fucking he did that to the priest.
Yup.
So these niggas with Saul.
Yup.
You see?
Yup.
This nigga, that's the only way he can fuck with Jake anyway. He can try to team up with Jake. That's why Buffalo Soldiers to join with him to take down the North American Indians. Because this nigga can't do shit against us by himself. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga Esau, he was the house of Saul. He goes Saul us too.
Yup.
Because, you know, that's like you did the priest. You know, the anointing of the Lord. Go at the fucking Edomite. No other Jake could do it.
Nope.
He did. He's a fucking Edomite did it, bro. So they right along with the house of Saul, bro.
That's
You know?
That's again, like even it's like you said. So like in so many words, like you was talking about the holidays too, like we was talking about the music, everything, bro. Like the music's not the same. Look, it's crazy. Their music getting weak and all got look. It said the scripture say a lovely song.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
and they say the daughters of music shall be brought low.
So while their music is brought low, while their melodies is brought low, ours is fine
Wax
tuned.
and
It
strong.
was wax and strong. More brothers came into the
Because it got a
faith.
purpose.
Yeah, right. Because it's dealing with the truth. It's dealing with the salvation. You know what I'm saying? YAHAWASHI's return. So their melodies got weak and ours got strong.
And
that's
that's getting
because-
drowned out.
Getting
Because
drowned out.
that's witchcraft. Because when you deal with vibrations and sound and frequencies, it put people in a calm state of
Tranquility.
Tranquility. That's the word. Perfect. I'm one. That's the word. Putting people in a state of tranquility. You know what I'm saying? So with this shit now, no, that ain't working. That ain't working with the people. That shit do seem to do so. It's getting people roused up. They want to know where to go there in Fort Knox. They said we the people. Show us. All right, y'all say it's gold in there, right?
Yeah.
This a controversy about some shit that with the Fort Knox shit. They tell it was gold. You know, that's really all that. They ain't just going for that that sweet lullaby, rocking when you sleep.
Because the truth, it destroyed the strongholds. Like, that's why his holidays ain't working. Because, like, even though niggas in the world ain't with the scripture, the correct doctrine, they have forms of it. Jay growing their beards, they moving like us outside of the faith. You know what I'm saying? And that also in itself is showing you that the earth is correcting itself. All right? And because the scripture say the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked is currently ruling the earth, which is why everything is dying around us.
Yeah.
Like you said, from food, clothes. Like this nigga got something. Like one of my pillows I saw upstairs said 100% polyester. Like why?
Damn.
Like why is my pillow 100% polyester? So shit like
Yeah,
that,
to
man.
fuck up your frequency.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe because when we sleep, our body produces melatonin.
Yes.
You know, and also when you sleep, the body heals itself.
Yes.
That's the reproductive state when you sleep. So then you got this fucking polyester to throw off a freak, you lay your head on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
This man is a fucking devil to counteract. That's why you do it, to try to counteract just the natural order thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yup.
The natural fucking cycle.
Yup, because I'm gonna make one more point on this palm because when you sleep, usually everybody's usually sleep around the same times, which is night when the sun go down, right? But we like 12, 3, 4, or 5 in the morning, Jake still sleeps, he's still down. And that's the highest spiritual time. That's the third and fourth watch. So again, you got a lot of Esau know these type of things just based on the pillow concept. Like here it is, you supposed to get the highest form of spirituality while you in your sleep. And then here it is, it's being blocked by frequencies all around you, from Wi-Fi to all this radiation from your phones to pillows
To the mattresses.
to the mattresses, all this shit around you, man. But at the same time, even though, like the scriptures say, we eat our defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, and it's, I forget what the scripture that is, but no, it's very clearly. We talk about the things we should eat and still live, like being
Oh
bad.
yeah, that's a one.
You know,
That's good.
yeah, con, bro. You know, so then, but and that's because of that. Matter of fact, I'm on. You got that? Before you read that, or if you got it first,
What you say, Ezekiel 37?
read verse 10, bro. Just read. You got to read verse 10.
Ezekiel 37 and verse 10.
Yeah.
So I prophesied as he commanded me, and the breath came into them, and they lived and stood up upon their feet, an exceeding
great army.
See?
That's cold too. It made me think about that movie. It said, and they live. So that means we woke up to the realization of everything. You feel what I'm saying? Just like in that movie They Live, when they put the glasses on, they were able to see like what was really going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? They could see like money was a god. They could see like, you know what I'm saying, the pollutions and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like we able to see the pollutions and everything now. You know what I'm saying? We able to discern the clean from the unclean because we alive now.
And even more, as we get closer to the end, you know, as you said, things are getting weaker. People are becoming weaker. They're gonna lose their mind.
Exactly.
And, you know, we got the Holy Spirit. You know, we got wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, which is gonna keep us stable.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
and that's how you get a person at their weakest moment. At their weakest point, that's how you get a motherfucker.
Yeah, the scripture said something about wounded spirit.
Yeah.
So,
Damn.
because if you, that's the spirit, because that's what the word do. We cut to the joint, to the marrow, dividing of the son, the soul and spirit. You know what I'm saying? This is, you know, we cut. Hold on, grab that Proverbs 18:14.
Proverbs 18:14.
But that is the one I quoted. Yeah, get Proverbs 18:14.
This Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 14. It says, the spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity.
Yeah. So that's what. Don't read the word. Go ahead and blue letter. Wherever you at.
Infirmity.
Sustain.
Okay,
See what sustain say first.
This is the word.
You know, and then also going to the infirmity.
This is the word for sustain. With a definition, it says to seize, contain, measure, calculate, maintain, support, nourish, hold in, endure. That's it right there.
Okay. That's the spirit, man. It allows you to, you know, go through whatever the Lord got fit for you to go through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what sustains you. That's what supports you.
I can read it in the NLT too for you. This Proverbs 18 and 14 in the NLT. It says, the human spirit can endure a sick body, but who can bear a crushed spirit?
Yeah, when the spirit crush, you don't have that fight anymore. That's it. That's Genesis 49. Old dog. Old lion. So crops it down. We don't got that spirit, that fire no more. That intensity. That's what the spirit is. It's a flame. It's a high energy. It's a consuming fire, right? Like the brother said. So it's a, you see, that's what keeps you, that's what keeps you going.
Like you see something like the body.
When you lose the spirit, you really about to die then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. That's what it is with Jake. It is spiritually dead. You lose the spirit, you liable to die. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's why we read Ezekiel, because it said in Jude twice dead. That's why we read Ezekiel 37. When the breath entered the tools, we stood on our feet, an exceeding great army. That's strength. That's power. You see, and that came from the spirit. That came from the truth, the wisdom. When you go into trouble and Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble. You go into that word trouble. It says a mental agitation. So it's gonna. That's what everybody's mind. Because you mentioned that about the love of many waxing cold. Everybody's mind is going to be warped, and they're not going to have stability because the wisdom is not going to possess them.
They're not gonna have that true foundation that we got.
That's
We have a
it,
true
bro.
foundation.
That's it, bro.
See, Jake was in the rest of this world where they holding on to the strongholds that's already been shattered into pieces.
Yeah.
You know, they hold on to this world, and this world becoming weaker as we get closer to the end.
Exactly.
That's the spirit. That's the title, right?
Yep.
I got something. This is 2 Ezra 7:33. It says, and the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end. Right? Because we're not going to be like in recent videos, brothers doing response videos to the brother elder apostle, being emotional and making statements about how long they've endured and still enduring, and how the kingdom is going to be so beautiful. We get that spirit and power of YAHWASHI is going to be overwhelming. As he was alluding to, it's going to be an overwhelming spirit that's going to come upon us to do and exact the will of YAHWASHI, total righteousness, man. Right? So this misery that we read about shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end, because this is a long suffering. But a pause for us, you know, even really since the time that these scriptures were written, they've been waiting on the time to come that we're looking forward to, right? This time in these latter days that we're looking forward to salvation, you know, the prophets in the days are, we're looking for this. Acts 1 and 11, right? So, continuing on, it says 2nd Esdras 7 and 34, but judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong. I'm going to read it again for you, according to the title, right? It says, but judgment only shall remain. Judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand. This truth that we have is what's going to stand. This is why we're getting stronger, because the truth is what's standing in these latter days. I was watching Beloved Elder Malcolm, and he was going in on the same topic about how Esau is exposed on all fronts.
Yeah.
There's one turning against him. There's nothing he can do to hide himself.
Come on, man.
You know, he was going in on every facet, bringing out the, you know, the details, going more in depth. Okay? The truth shall stand and faith shall wax strong, and that's what's happening now. Our faith is growing stronger, and even much more in the time of judgment. Go ahead.
We get stronger and stronger, but they get weaker and weaker. It's like the apostle he was talking about, even with Superman.
Yep.
How he was like, you know, because we at 83%, we ain't at 100.
Yeah.
That's what he was saying. You know what I'm saying about call love. You know, call love in the Hebrew, all power. That's what he was saying about it. And we, said we'll fight this motherfucker. Even though we ain't 100%, it's like what, you know, we conditioning. That's how you get stronger. Even dealing with martial arts or dealing with the, you know, fighting or anything that you do, whether it be the athletic department, whether it be whatever, singing, musically, the instruments, you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying, you get better over time. So we getting stronger and stronger. We at 83% and we still fighting this nigga, you know what I'm saying? And we getting stronger while we fighting. Like Neo was fighting the nigga Mr. Smith, the whole thing. From when he was weak to, and he kept getting stronger though. He was fighting that nigga the whole time, and to the point where he surpassed this nigga. He permeated into his fucking him. You feel me? That's like the truth is gonna go in you, nigga, and it's gonna, yeah, nigga. What the fuck is wrong with you? Right from the inside out, this nigga Neo winning this nigga, this shit gonna be in your motherfucking muscle memory, nigga.
Right,
How we gonna serve you niggas? You niggas gonna remember the law. You niggas gonna be doing, and you still gonna be going off though. You feel me?
Somebody, one more. 2nd Esdras 7 and 35. And the work shall follow, and the reward shall be shewed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. So they getting weaker. But the good deeds that which we're doing is what's going to be of force in these times now and even forever. Because we got a world without end we're looking forward to. Like you said, this truth was permeating into your spirit. To the point to where there's nothing you can do to gainsay nor resist. There isn't. What can you say against the truth? Against the truth before it, right? What can you say against it other than bring more notoriety to it? Shine more light on it. Everybody talking about Kendrick Lamar and all these other niggas coming back out. We gotta stick together, Kodak Black and all these other niggas. They on the left hand side, true, right? But the point is shedding more light. For another motherfucker to do more research than what they did, they surfing. They gonna do a little bit more. They gonna talk about this. That's why it's a force. Because the Lord is working on individuals' minds. Go ahead.
I got this real quick. It's Isaiah chapter 10, verse 20. And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob shall no more stay upon him that smote them. And that's the problem with the majority of our people. They still stand upon Esau. He's becoming weaker. So you're going to become weaker with him. All right. And it says, but shall stay upon the Lord, the Holy One of Israel, in truth. And this is why we're becoming stronger, because we're standing upon the Holy One of Israel in truth. And it's making us stronger. And our people, they refuse that. They refuse this. They want to stay upon Esau, you know, and they're becoming weaker.
Look, this gonna compliment what you said. This and Antonio, the elder from Yahya. Sirach 27 and 12. And 9. The birds will resort unto their light, so will truth return to them that practice in her. And you're saying like we constantly practicing in wisdom, which allows us to get stronger.
Spiritual
Yeah,
training.
because that's what happens with rehearsal.
Yep.
And the scripture say, you know, in the place of drawing waters, you know what I'm saying, there shall we rehearse the righteous act. So it's a rehearsal. So even before you put on the performance, the trumpeters, like the prophet said, the greatest trumpeters, the Satchmo and Louis Armstrong and all these niggas, you know what I'm saying, and the Dizzy Gillespie and all these damn, you know, these trumpeters, them was good into that shit, and it's a rehearsal before the actual performance. So that's how you get better though.
Yeah.
It's the rehearsal. You know, that's how when you go into the Jackson 5 with Michael Jackson, his brothers Tito and Mark all of them. Tito, Jackson, and all them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas got how they got with the 72, with the robot. Niggas was you seen it. It was depicted in the film. They father niggas constantly rehearse that shit, bro. Go over with the guitar stand and with the mic. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you get better. That's why I'm saying, I say that to say this. That's how you get better through rehearsal. Right, there you go, repetition. You know what I'm saying? And it comes with growth. You know what I'm saying? Because every father get an increase. You see you already, but you get more hits. You get more and more. You know what I'm saying?
What you saying? Because that's why Esau knows that. That's why the doctrines like Christmas and all the Christianity and all the philosophies that he was pushing, it stopped us from being able to practice in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because we was practicing, our minds was geared elsewhere. We couldn't give our all to the Lord and correctness and holiness, man. And so that's why we read Ezekiel 37:10, because as soon as that moment happened, his kingdom started to climb. When 1969, all that era when Albert Bivens was locked in, right? When the Lord allowed the gap to be bridged, when the sons of the hearts of the Father returned to the Spirit, that the Father, like, come on, the children, come on, man. When we got into our right essence, bro, that's when we started to decline, bro.
That's when time sped up too.
Exactly, bro.
In the 60s when the truth came out, the elders was going into the monks and shit, and how they used to burn the candles to tell time, and how they noticed that the candle used to burn for 24 hours, and then in 1960, something like 68, it started burning 19 hours. So and that's when time started speeding up. The early Ashwamandas was going into it, bro. You feel me? These like Greek monks, these niggas, they tell time off with the candle. So they know that the time been sped up because it burned less hours now. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna make a statement that to the world it seems like we the ones getting weaker because we suffering. We suffer outwardly, you know, and we suffer with YAHWASHI. So we're gonna reap everlasting rewards. You know, and when the Lord does reward us, it's going to be at a time when the world is sorrowing. They're not going to be rejoiced. That's why the scriptures say, "Ye shall sorrow, and the world shall rejoice." But then it's going to come upon a time where we going to rejoice while the world's sorrowing, and that's because we going to be getting stronger, and they're going to be getting weaker, man.
And really, the Lord is going to be the HAQADASH and YAHWASHI, because the scriptures say, "Y'all shall rejoice, and they shall be ashamed." You know, it's really because of the faith and us staying upon the Lord.
And the elder was talking about that. The elder was just talking about that last night in the same line that Kadash was talking about, where they're right. Like, hope is all we got. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures talk about hope, make them not ashamed. When you read Romans the 5th chapter, like by us holding fast to that, hope that we got in our faith, that's gonna make us whole. You feel what I'm saying? That's gonna give us that increase that we looking for. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, because that's why the apostle said this is faith-based religion. Religion is a hope. There you go. Yep. So yeah, man. Because without faith, it's impossible. That's why you gotta have faith, man. And the Lord gonna put certain obstacles in front of us as a test of the faith. And I was thinking about, bro, that shit gonna be a hard test. Like, you know, but YAHWASHI is gonna help us get through it. But bro, I was looking at the shit with the Marines, bro, and the training and the
Oh,
shit
yeah.
that they go through. All these niggas, I said, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Niggas on the brink of death or a nigga die and they bring the nigga back to life. I said, bro, I was real analyzing this shit then with the brothers, us, with the Lord. This what Esau do on the left hand side to produce Marines and to remove the Marines.
Hey, drop the niggas in the water tied up, and then make them niggas like try to jump from the bottom to get up to the top.
You gotta move a certain amount of feet in the water. But this is the thing, some niggas, they said, if you shoot up to the top, you fail. They like the niggas who just rather die for this shit.
Yeah.
They say if the nigga go down because they got the divers in the water with the niggas, they'll revive the nigga, bring the nigga back up and say you passed. You know what I'm saying? Rather than a nigga steering out of it. So I said, man, golly, bro, this shit's real. Like this is what they do to produce the Marines, the hardest type of niggas that they say Esau got, you know, on the level, so to speak. I said, imagine if the Lord wrote for us, bro. These niggas will go die. Paul died and got brought back to life. So it's like, this shit real. I was just thinking about how real it was just looking at the Marines. I said, God damn, the truth is, goodness fucking, this is what Esau do.
I got one real quick. This Psalms 31 and 24 says, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. All ye that hope in the Lord, YAHWASHI, man. So it's all to the Lord, y'all.
Like you say, strengthen your heart, make your mind strong.
That's where it is. Your
Yeah,
mind.
it is.
Your mind tells your body to do everything, so if your mind's strong, you good.
But in order for, like what the elder said though, like even giving this analogy with a Marine, like in order for your mind to be made strong, you gotta go through hard shit. That's gonna build the endurance that you need. And so that's why when brothers, we going through the stuff that we going through, whether it be physical ailments, financial, whatever it is that brothers going through in their life, is building that callous and that endurance you need for what we finna embark on here in the latter times. You feel what I'm saying? I want to read this real quick because it go good with what Elder was saying.
Like Slovakia, that's a beautiful point. Because in order to make it stronger, you gotta break it.
Yeah, bro.
Like when you get muscles, you gotta tear your muscles to get bigger muscles. You gotta break it down and build it back up.
That's like you think about sports, bro, because we talk about it all the time in jiu-jitsu. Like we went from rolling for like 2-3 minutes, now we rolling for like 6 minutes. You're not about to get down there and just roll 6 minutes if you ain't rolled for the other set amount of minutes. Your body has to get used to it. You gotta go through certain stages and certain processes to be built for that stage. So this James 1:1, it says this letter, I'm gonna read it in the NLT too. It says this letter is from James, a slave of the Most High, and of the Lord YAHWASHI HaMashiach, and writing to the 12 tribes, Jew believers scattered abroad, greetings. Dear brothers and sisters, when troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy. For you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow.
And that's why the Lord, he commanded us not to make haste in the time of trouble.
You feel me, bro? Because he said, because what? He said, cleave unto the Lord that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Like you said, we're going to be made strong at the right time, bro. Not a moment sooner. It's gonna be at the right time. You feel what I'm saying? But so when we're going through these trials and tribulations now, it's giving our endurance a chance to grow. But watch what it say. It say, so let it grow. So basically stay in the fire. You know what I'm saying? It says, so let it grow, for when your endurance is fully developed, you will be perfect and complete, needing nothing. Our endurance got to be made complete first. The Lord ain't gonna allow this thing to really jump off until we've been made complete in that endurance that we need to endure what's coming.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because y'all was just giving the analogy to the buzz train with the Marines.
Yep.
They'd rather see you go get the light for this
Yeah. And that's a pass. The niggas who they can't breathe and they right up to the top to get some air, they say, nigga, you fell. But the niggas who die, and they bring them back, bring them up to the top, they say, nigga, you passed. You know?
This is 2 Corinthians 1:21. Now he which establisheth us with you in Hamashiach YAHWASHI and hath anointed us is power. It says is God, who hath also sealed us and given the earnest of the Spirit in our hearts. Sealed, sphragizo, G4972. I'll get to the point. It says, definition D, letter D as in dog. It says, in order to prove, confirm, or attest a thing, to confirm, authenticate, and place beyond doubt.
I said that because said, you know, the confirmation or something like that. I forget it's in the book of Acts. You know what I'm saying? Confirming the soul. That's how you confirm it. The Lord put you to shit, see if you're gonna trust him.
Get that scripture.
I got
Is
a
he gonna call on you? Is he gonna call the cheese?
Is he gonna call the cheese and rice? Is he gonna call the cheese and rice? Cheese and rice. It says to prove.
And what the one nigga said?
We love you, God.
Jesus Christ! Turn to him.
Cheese and rice. It says to prove one's testimony to a person that he is what he professes to be.
Woo!
So,
Got lip service. Yeah. Saying because that's what they talk about. You come to the Lord, their mouth, their heart is far from the So really, the Lord gonna put us through shit to see.
Yep, it says that by which anything is confirmed, proved, authenticated as by a seal, token, or proof.
That gold,
Yes.
that gold that's tried in the fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Make an acceptable man. It's having integrity.
Bro, you feel me?
And it really all goes back to faith in the Lord. It goes back to faith in the Word.
I got to be serious.
And the Lord said He won't put none on you that you can't handle. So when you're going through it, do you believe that scripture? Do you believe that the Lord? Oh, I'm going through it. I can handle it. And that's the mindset. It all started in the mind because once your mind become weak, you become weak.
That's what I said, a broken spirit, who can bear it? Get that Acts first.
That's Acts chapter 14 and verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to
Yeah,
continue.
that's why we getting stronger and stronger because we're gonna need the strength, man, to get through this. You know what I'm saying? Our faith is getting stronger. That's you gonna need strength. If you don't got that, they say if you faint in the day of adversity, our strength is Proverbs 24:10, 1 of them. If you faint in the day of adversity, that faith is your strength is small. Your strength is talking about your faith. So our faith is getting built up for the things ahead. You know, to be able to overcome it
And
and get through it.
one thing that does that is the videos, the pistols that get loaded, exhorting brothers daily. You know, when those videos going up, them different videos that the elders and apostles doing, that those videos is what strengthens us. Adversity strengthens us. Tribulation strengthens us. You know,
The Lord really bringing us through. That's what it is, you know. Us having faith in YAHAWASHI and He bringing us through it, which strengthens us for the next set of tests.
now listen to this. This Sirach 2 and 14. Well, I'm gonna start at 13 to the point at 14. It says, "Woe unto them that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore shall not be defended. Woe unto you that has lost patience, and what will you do when the Lord shall visit?" Man? You know, so who lost patience, man? They became weak, faint-hearted, spiritless.
Yeah, it say your patience possession your souls.
Yeah.
This truth is like
Suffering.
Suffering, yeah. This truth saran wraps us. It preserves us. Why would something need to be preserved? What is preservation does? It prolongs the lifespan. So that's what the Lord has done with the faith, the truth. It's preserving us while everything around us is dying. It's preserving our life. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord can collect us and heal us. You know what I'm saying? Heal us. Be warm with us. That's what you do with your fruit. You preserve it, separate it, so you can go to a later day and use it for your use. And that's what the Lord is getting ready to do with us elect. You know what I'm saying? Because you got like I'm making an analogy with some fruit in the refrigerator, but you got shit around it that's getting old, and you preserve this. That don't mean it's in the midst of that shit. It's in the midst around of everything that's dying, bro. And that's how we are.
Bro, it's just like when the Lord led us through the wilderness for 40 years. He had to kill out that old generation. They got weak. You feel what I'm saying? The ones that were gonna see the land, they waxed strong, bro. You feel what I'm saying? That's real talk. Because you sit there and you sit there and look at it like it was all the process of time. Because it's like the elder just made a point, right? It builds our faith for the next set of tests. You be like you get to going through shit in the flesh sometimes, and it's like, okay, damn, I'm going through this, but damn, remember the Lord already delivered you from that. He already delivered you from that over there too. Up to this point in the truth. But then you got some motherfuckers that the Lord be done did certain shit for them, and it's like you forgot everything that He done already did. And then you tap out on because this shit hard. You feel what I'm saying? Real talk, bro.
That's why the scriptures go into that word weak. It's weak. See, a lot of people, they don't understand the things that they're going through is coming from the Lord, even when they get delivered from it. You know, so they don't understand that the Lord is doing both. See, we have a clear understanding, man. That's the thing. We have a clear understanding on why we going through what we're going through. You know, the accountability plays a part in that.
Like that big cat nigga, Long Beach Bridge. You know, did that shit to that nigga. And he just looking. This nigga's like, this fucking social media shit is a fucking demon, man. Here it is, you almost lost your life, you fucking idiot. And you just, and you know, and you just putting people praising you, bro. Yo, that's how you need to sit the fuck down somewhere, bro. Like you doing too much, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like real talk. And the Lord, you niggas getting weaker and weaker too. You got damn comedians, the Lord killing niggas, fucking niggas up.
Right, all these rappers, they going to jail. You know what I'm saying? They dying off. All these different influencers and content creators, they falling off. Whatever story buildings, you know, all the type of shit is
Hey,
going
bro,
on.
and all these fucking rappers and these fucking music artists and these fucking, these niggas is doing podcasts now. Because why? The industry is weak now, man. The niggas ain't making no money.
Hey, y'all put these niggas out of business.
That's where the money at. But it ain't on, you know, like at one point in time you had the actual CDs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all online, man. You know what I'm saying?
I got precept. This 2 Corinthians chapter 12, I'm gonna start at verse 7. It says, unless I should be exalted above measure, through the abundance of the revelations, there was given me a thorn in the
According
flesh.
to the Church of
Right,
Jesus
brothers,
Christ of
brothers having
Latter-day
revelations about all types of stuff. It's the prophecies in our face. You feel what I'm saying? Brothers doing the lessons, brothers doing all these things. And brothers mighty at that. You feel me? But he said there was given me a thorn in the flesh. And brothers dealing with all type of thorns in their flesh right now. Brothers dealing with all type of shit. He said what? He said the messenger of Satan. He says the messenger of Satan to buffet me in the flesh. The messenger of Satan to buffet me, lest I should be exalted above measure. So keep brothers from getting too big in the britches. Keep brothers from getting proud. You feel what I'm saying? Because what he said, if any man boast, that he know the Lord. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what our boast is in, that we know YAHWASHI, and that he getting ready to send our Lord and Savior YAHWASHI Mashiach. You want to say something too, bro? Go ahead.
No, y'all got it, bro.
It says, for verse 8, it says, for this thing I besought the Lord thrice that it might depart from me. We be going through shit, bro. We be praying for the Lord, like, Lord, take this from me, or help me through this, or take me through that. You feel what I'm saying? Like, just take it away. And he said,
give me the strength to get through it.
Yeah.
Some brothers pray for the strength to get through it.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I was telling the brother this earlier. Elder Malcolm said it. It was so mighty to me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he prayed to the Lord to make his spirit stronger than his affliction. You feel what I'm saying? To where I started incorporating that in my prayer, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Cause we finna go through a whole lot more. I just want my spirit to be able to bear. You feel what I'm saying?
Well,
So
I brought out the word trouble.
Done.
The word trouble goes again. It goes into mental agitation.
Done.
We all getting ready to go through that mental agitation. The difference is that who trained. You got a way out of it because we trained for it. We prepared for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a boxer is in a ring. Because they prepared for it, but who actually had the best training, who had the most endurance, so forth and so, who had the better coach, the better guide, the better lead, right? And that's the one that's gonna come out on top. You know?
And we see it coming. What do you call it? The other word, prudent. Something that you can see coming has a less effect on you than when you can't see it coming.
Right.
I forgot who was talking about it. They was talking about Floyd.
Apostle Tar was just talking about
He said he fight like he's in slow motion. He was talking about boxing and shit. And how he was talking about using Floyd Mayweather as an example in the last fighter that he fought. I believe his name was Alberto or something. Berto something who he fought, and then the dude made the comment about, that's what he said. He said feel like he was in slow motion.
And also, this is of the Lord. Remember the scriptures going to how if it's of the Lord, if it ain't of the Lord, it'll come and knock. But this is of the Lord, so you know this is going, you know, it's gonna stand. When something is planted and rooted, there's strength in that.
That's it.
You know,
Because living waters will give you, and you increase through water. We like a tree planted on the riverbank. And that's how you get the nutrients. Those are the strongest trees.
Yeah, I was about to say,
The ones that's close to the biggest, the strongest, the ones that's close to a body of water, because they constantly being fed nutrients and vitamins. You know what I'm saying? That's essential to their growth. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is with us. He said, knock you down by still waters.
He said, right here, because he said the enemy shall come in like a flood. So that means a flood comes from what? Storms. So that, the Lord says, so a storm is coming. And the ones that's not going to be uprooted, because remember the Lord also said he's coming to uproot you. Matthew 15:13, that one Heavenly Father have not planted should be rooted up. So what's not rooted is getting swept in the storm. That flood, Esau, Edom, and the troubles to come. So just add to the point, man, because a storm is coming, and this truth is rooting us so that we can weather the storm, as they say. Go ahead,
How you know Esau becoming weak? Look at this. Look what we doing.
Exactly.
We on the corners on the highways and hedges. We couldn't do this 70 years, 80 years ago. You know, Esau lost his touch, man. You know? Go ahead.
Real quick, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, and I'm going to start at verse 27. It says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched." That's what you're talking about.
Being put out, man. How is evil being put out? Well, physically through judgment, but this word, man, this word is, this truth is consuming everything, man. Wait, the strongholds, you know, getting broken to pieces.
Go ahead, finish it. Or start over.
Verse 27, again it says, "For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish," right? And this is an example of our faith flourishing, right? Because through all the trials and tribulations that the Lord has taken us through, we have not took our hand off the plow, right? It says, "Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared." And that's what we're doing. We're declaring the truth, man. The 100% unadulterated truth.
That's why it's producing fruit. It's producing fruit to where you don't have to be there physically to convert somebody, man. You got the internet doing the heavy lifting, bro. And then now everything that Esau did to basically hide the truth is backfiring.
Through his creation. And when you go into that word flourish, it says it means to grow, thrive, or prosper successfully.
Bro. And it's through hardship and that, though. It's through hardship that brothers is growing and prospering and thriving. You feel what I'm saying?
Because when you go into a soldier, dealing with GIs, which that's formerly known as a government issue. When you go back a little further, it's known as galvanized iron. You know what I'm saying? So, goddamn, was a point I was gonna make. You know what I'm saying? If the brother just said
Galvanized iron.
the water. That's it. You know, with the GIs, and this on the left hand side with Esau again, dealing with the army and this shit like this. You know, the army, you know, galvanized iron. Then with us, it's what does iron do? It's one of the hardest metals. Read it. Go ahead. Hold on, don't read it yet. It's one of the hardest, strongest metals. That's why you go to the Iron Age with the Roman Empire, we can cut shit to pieces, fucking niggas up. With the stake up the sword on it. Give me everything you got, nigga. Pull a dagger out of yo, niggas was scared. Bro, imagine it back in the day with a knife, bro. God damn, nigga, that nigga just pulled a knife. Nigga, give me this shit, nigga. Oh, God. Like that. You know, so dealing with the iron, man, that's the most strongest, metal, one of the strongest metals, bro. You know what I'm saying? So the galvanized iron on the left-hand side with these devils with us, and they put them through tribulations, hard obstacle schemes to get them to galvanize their mind, to make their mind strong, like Lorenz Tate and their presidents, man. You know, we told that nigga Chris Tucker bitch ass. He don't want to see that shit, nigga. Fuck. So dealing with the right side of the Heavenly Father with us, it's like it's to make hard your call. You know what I'm saying? That's being what's the word in the New Testament, dispassionate. You know? Well, go ahead. What y'all got?
I got something right quick. And this is all coincide with what I was just saying. And it's because I know Apostle Hart bring this out a lot, and it says famous cyclical theory of his story coined by author G. Michael Hoff in his post-apocalyptic novel, Those Who Remain. The full quote is, hard times create strong men.
Yeah.
Strong men create hard times. I mean, strong men create good times.
Good time create weak men.
Huh?
Weak men create hard times.
Come on, Will.
Yeah.
You feel me? And that's what it is. The Lord making us strong men gonna create good times. What he say? He say he gonna make a man more precious to find gold. Bro, the whole world's gonna flock to the men of the Lord, bro. Because those gonna be the good times, like you said. Go ahead, Elder.
You go from being, go from rags to riches in a way, you know, for lack of better words, while Esau goes from riches to rags.
Man.
I wanted to go into that word remain because brothers mention it often, and when you go into the word remnant, it transfers to elect.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the remnant. I got the word remain here, but when you go into remnant, it's parallel. It says remain, right?
Mm-hmm.
The early 15th century, it says remaining, be left after the removal or loss of a part. Well, the scriptures prophesied of 2/3 being cut off and dying, but a third being brought
Brought through the fire.
Yeah, and that's what they talk about. YAHWASHI said it in the gospel. He talking about they go searching the house with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And some be taken, some gonna remain.
Mm-hmm.
Type of shit. Some gonna be left. So we probably be the ones who be left. Brothers, they searching through a house and get you in a big building, get other niggas.
Yep.
And you just get away.
That's Isaiah 59. It's talking about a standard.
Yeah.
You go into that word standard. One of the words is make it visible. You know what
Man,
I'm
it's the
saying?
spirit because the Lord can cloak you physically. He can literally.
Well,
do
the
it
Lord
with
blinded
chance.
them niggas in Sodom and Gomorrah. Them niggas are beating at the door. The Lord blinded them niggas.
It's
And
like,
they can show it to where you being visible.
Yeah.
That's why I was like the coking device. The spirit is the coking device. Because I was saying that you can make your. That's the thing about having all power called up. You can make a nigga think you seeing something that he not. And can you imagine that? You can alter the perception of a nigga to make him think you right in front of him. He can't see you, like literally. Can't see you.
He busted it. That's what I said.
you've had times like that.
The elder, that's the spirit. You say you busting the door, he don't, with the gun, he don't see you. The elder, Eisenhower in Dallas, he did the lesson with his woman one time when she had bro, it was cold. She said that she picked up a gun and it didn't have no bullets in it.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? And the troops, they couldn't see her or something. The gun was still working even though it didn't have bullets.
He was on the phone with her.
Yeah, he was on the phone with her. Yeah, he was on the phone with her and told her to pick the gun up, be quiet, see right there.
Yeah, squeeze the trigger and then she
And
squeezed
they
it,
ain't
it
see
went
her or
off.
something
Yeah.
like that.
No, it went off. When it was empty, allegedly, from according to the dream. But when he told her to squeeze it, he calmed her down in the name of YAHWASHI. When he told her to act, she acted and it worked,
Man.
despite there visibly not being anything, in it. All right, so another word would be preserved. We'll go with remain or remnant. All right, but it says here for remain, it says to be left after the removal or loss of a part, number or quality. It says to survive. So those that remain, because you mentioned remain, right?
Yes, sir.
This is Sirach 23 and 27. It says, and they that remain shall know that there is nothing better than the fear of the Lord, and that there is nothing sweeter than to take heed unto the commandments of the Lord. It is a great glory to follow the Lord YAHWASHI and to be received in his long life. So in this society, that's why they getting weaker, because they not trusting in YAHWASHI. Whereas, we are, and that's why we're going stronger. And then, Lord, when do we be able to remain until the end and endure? Because you said, it made me think of 2 Corinthians 6 that talk about this world, pretty much passing away, or is worded better. I actually have to double check. But yeah, man, how the Lord is going to have his remnant be spared. Like brother was giving an analogy of paratroopers coming in and pretty much not even being able to see. It's been times like that. You play tag and you're right in front of somebody before, and they just like completely overlook your presence, man. You're like, yeah, I was there the whole time. You ain't know nothing, man.
Cause that's power though. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Lord in control of. He that created the eye. So he can manipulate the eye to make it something ain't really funny. It's just right there. So it's like shit. Like what's the one? I forget which one it was. I don't know if it was Predator Oh yeah, yeah. When you watched the first Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger, the nigga Predator was looking for him, but he had a cooking device. He had mud all over
Oh
him.
yeah,
Yup.
first
And he couldn't see him.
Yo, I know that. On the Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, he
Yup.
was his Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger was the old from the 80s, bro. This nigga Predator was. He's
Yeah.
standing his
Yeah.
And the nigga Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had the cloaking device. He had the mud on him. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all star in the earth. You know what I'm saying? We got the, you know, we got the oil on us though. That's the, that'll be make it to where you can't even see us.
That's our cover.
You know?
Can somebody grab 2 Ezra 6 and 24?
I got it.
Go ahead, Doc.
This is the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 6. In verse 24, it says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies."
That time is fastly approaching. Jacob's trouble. He said that at that time shall friends, right? Friends. People who alleged to be friends in this society. Go ahead.
"And the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run."
What's going to cause fear to grow on the planet Earth? People not being able to eat, drink, bathe. Society not being going on as normal. That's going to cause fear upon the planet, man. Because like, what's going on? This ain't normal. This ain't right.
And it's happening now. With all this shit, and all that shit they're doing with the water, the food, they have a recall on everything. You feel what I'm saying? Like they showing you, like I was talking to the brother about this earlier, me and Shamar even too. Like that's what they attack. They attack the food and the water supply in 70 AD. He said when you see Jerusalem surpassed the power with armies. Yep, there it is, bro. It's an act of war, and Jake don't see it.
Yeah,
You
they,
feel what I'm saying?
weaponize food.
Yeah.
That's what they do. Especially in the times of, you know, crisis.
Yep.
They weaponize food. And like I said, I'm always keep saying the quote that the elder said. He said, "Silent weapons for quiet war." So it's a war being waged against niggas, but it's in a very subtle,
Yeah.
perfect word, my subtle, strategic way to the way that niggas don't, just like the food. Like we talked about earlier, it's a strategic, kill you slow.
They try to kill us. That documentary you told
The
me about.
documentary and just, you know what I'm saying, devil we know. There's plenty of documentaries you don't even fucking know about with this devil. With the processing, the toxic oils, with people Jake fry this shit in, the fried foods, and it's a strategic method to this motherfucking devil, man. You know what I'm saying? Our people is completely unaware. These niggas eating hot fried Cheetos. These bitches taste good. I don't care. I don't care, nigga. This bacon, this goddamn this 7-Up, this 20 ounce 7-Up, this Diet Pepsi. Like, no, for real though, man. Like, what the fuck? Come on.
Hey, the scriptures in Ecclesiastics, when you read it, it talks about, I think it's in the 12th chapter, where it talk about they should look out the window and it should be darkened.
Yeah.
Which means, you know, when you look out the window, it said when they look out the window, it should be darkened. Because, you know, a person can look out the window and it could be a nice day and they could plan the whole day. Well, if it's darkened, you know, you don't, you know.
That's perfect too, because it say in that same chapter, bro, it say in that same day, it say don't basically the days they should say we have no pleasure in them. See the time coming, that's why I tell them seek the Lord now. It's coming a time where like you ain't gonna like the days that's before you. These people ain't gonna like the days that's before them and the shit that's coming. You feel what I'm saying? I got a couple verses. It's a lot.
Second Ezra 6 and verse 25. "Whosoever remaineth from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation and the end of your world."
Yeah, so that's an angel called Uriel speaking to Ezra about the destruction and the world of calamity that the Heavenly Father going to send upon this place in the form of Jacob's trouble, famine, pestilence. You know what I'm saying? These are the prophecies, the judgment, the plagues, pursuant to the scourges sent for amendment. You know what I'm saying? You see? So whoever make it through that, you know, those are the ones who are going to see the destruction. Revelation 15, the sea of glass. You know, okay? And then the kingdom. You know?
Was that in a minute?
Yeah, that was it.
These last three verses when you got it, bro. This 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 8. It says, 3 times I begged the Lord to take it away from me. Take it away. And this is the NLT, 2 Corinthians 12,
That's
8.
Paul speaking.
Yeah. It says, each time he said, my grace is all you need. My power works best in weakness.
There you go.
It says, so now I am glad to boast about my weaknesses.
That's why Paul said, he take the things, the small things to confound the strong or something.
Yep.
He said that to the Corinthians as well. That's what he's, go ahead.
It says, so that the power of YAHAWASHI HaMashiach can work through me. It says, that's why I take pleasures in my weaknesses, and in the insults, hardships, persecutions, and troubles that I suffer for YAHAWASHI HaMashiach. For when I am weak, then am I strong. You know what I'm saying? So you basically all those things you go through, that's when the power truly works. It's when you've been made weak, when you're going through certain shit. You feel what I'm saying? I remember the elder Jeremiah said it one time. He said, in order for the Lord to come save you, you're going to have to be in some type of trouble. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what the word save means.
You feel me?
Rescue from danger.
So I'm saying, so like motherfuckers, like you said, like that's the rite of passage. Like that's the rite of passage. Motherfuckers don't want to go through nothing but want to see salvation and want shit to be easy, but that's not it. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, go ahead,
Go ahead, go ahead.
The Lord said, he that endures to the end, the same shall be saved. So for you to have to endure something, that means you're going to have been going through something to have endured through it.
Yeah, that's what Elder Malcolm was saying. Somebody said, in order to get to heaven, you got to go through hell.
Woo!
That's what he said. He said that. You know, and there was some fighter that he knew that told him that way back in the days. He said, in order to get to heaven, you got to go through hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Because that's, like you said, that's a rite of passage. That's how you earn those stripes. So to speak.
That's what you see. This is hell. This is hell. This is our hell.
Yeah, for the which thou is labor. These servants. So that's hell. Every time I see Jake doing something like this, it's fucking hell. Because we are apprentices and princesses of the power, right? And we doing slave shit. You know what I'm saying? Like delivering packages, or doing Grubhub, or Uber Eats, or shoveling up construction in the union, or you know what I'm saying, a pizza delivery driver, or a trash collector. It's just like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, what the, or you working in a fast food restaurant, or the grocery store, stocking you stocking the shelves. You unload the fucking truck. You move the furniture for a nigga, like, you moving a nigga whole house with furniture, right? And it, from one location to the next.
Right.
They giving you a tip.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what? Hell no.
And this scripture talk about the world turning right side up. Second heavens, like, you know, things turn not
This is hell.
Which was song.
Their heaven is our hell. So this is hell. It's a condition of living.
That's why.
The condition gonna get worse.
That's why it's like you.
That's why we're getting stronger, because our condition is coming, which is heaven, kingdomship, princelyship, immortality. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's connected to that, the first fruit, they getting stronger because that's what's coming. This world didn't belong to us.
Woo! Just off what y'all was saying, it just made me think about the precept where it say in Sirach, the 11th chapter, it say, in prosperity, there's a forgetfulness of affliction, and in affliction, there's a forgetfulness of prosperity. Showing you that roles are finna change. It's finna change. It's gonna be like, once we get through this, it's gonna be like we never went through it.
It's gonna be that we gonna be that them that slept. I mean that dream.
Yo, time.
It's gonna be like a bad dream.
Yeah.
It's like when you watch the movie Trading Places. And if y'all ever seen the movie Trading Places, when that nigga Daddy Aykroyd woke up in the bed, he was like, "Who's this ugly nigga?" And then he see the nigga, Eddie Murphy started choking the nigga. He did, cause that's how you'll be. He's like, "I had this awful dream. Who's this Negro?" And like real talk, that's how we gonna wake up in the kingdom. We was like, "What the fuck? Yo, come on, God, yeah." I was a slave. I worked at Burger King. I had to wash dishes. I was scary as hell. Like, that's crazy, right? It was a fucking nightmare. Get the precepts.
Get this first.
This Amos chapter 9, verse 11 said, "In that day In the day that thou stoodest, oh shit, Shalaki. Amos chapter 9, verse 11. It says, in that day, fuck, bro.
That's it, bro. It's just
Oh, okay. In that day I will raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right. The Lord called it lively stones. You know, that's what's happening right now. The third temple is being built. It's a spiritual temple, which means that it's a certain application that's applied. You know what I'm saying? A certain type of buildup, and that's what you see happening. That spirit has been restored back into us. We stood upon our feet. The imagery, the reputation, everything about dominance and immortality is being restored right before your eyes. King, we talk with a king's language, a king's speech. You see, so the Lord, he had closed up the breaches. He brought the southern and northern kingdom back together. He made us whole. That's what the word did to us. All right, and now we standing upon our feet, man. All right, and they said he's going to build it as in the days of old. You see, because we look forward to how our kingdom used to be in terms of what the mindset we had when it was at peace, when King Solomon ruled, and then when King David started with King David, he had all the enemies subject under his feet. You know what I'm saying? That's what's getting ready to happen now.
And also, remember the great boldness that we standing up.
Come on.
The scriptures talk about that great boldness. That's a sign of power and strength.
That's right,
You're
bro.
standing up against Esau in great boldness.
Yep.
That's right, bro.
It say in Revelation 11, it say they stood upon their feet.
Great fear fell upon them.
Great fear fell upon them, yeah.
Because in Ezekiel 37, it said a shaking, the dry bones, and it said it was a shaking. It was a shaking in the earth, man.
Yeah, like the elder said, niggas' knees were shattering. But they seen, when the other apostle to her, he said, when niggas seen Judas Maccabees, like the enemies, the heathen, he said niggas' teeth was shattering, the niggas' legs, niggas' knees was clackling together. You know what I'm saying? That's that shaking too. Niggas gonna be terrified. You feel me? Like when we get the power, you know what I'm saying? Niggas gonna be, you know what I'm saying, shook. Cause even back then, Maccabees, he was on a high level. You know what I'm saying? He was on a high level. You see, type shit. It's obvious they had powers back then. Because it'll be 3,000 of these niggas going for 100,000 niggas. And fucking kill everybody. 3,000 against 100,000 niggas. You know they had to have power. How else could they do it? When you read the history of Judas, you read it?
Yeah,
Did you read it?
No, I've
Or even that one situation where
you need to read that
in the
history.
scriptures where our forefather ran, he got there before I forgot
Oh
what
yeah, that was Elisha,
Get up in the
and
morning.
I forget it was Elijah. You know what I'm saying? I forget who it was in particular, but it's in the book of
and then they had chariots and horses, and he got there before them running.
Yeah.
So that was like had to be like a form of power.
But they had, bro, 3,000 men against 100,000. It's no way humanly possible. It's no way humanly possible.
Right.
The mind.
I got a quick definition, right? Now we're gonna swing with this and we're gonna wrap it up. In Wisdom of Solomon 17, the Lord caused the Egyptians to swoon for fear. And when I looked up the word swoon, Edamon dictionary, it says a fainting temporary state of unconsciousness. So when we get that power, people gonna be swooning for fear. They're gonna be in a fainting temporary. Niggas faint when they see Michael Jackson or a celebrity.
Right.
Because it's power that's associated with it, man. You know what I'm saying? The effect they have on your spirit. They make you motherfucking faint, nigga. You just seen, nigga, like you just seen God. Like real talk in the flesh. It says that's what they were doing with Michael Jackson. Oh God. Oh, passing out like, oh, goddamn, bro. Oh, passing out and shit. This nigga God on earth, bro. Remember the one he had the Super Bowl commercial? And that nigga just stood there while the camera panned around. Nigga was in bitches, oh! Passing out like, bro, that shit crazy. And that's on a low level. This Michael Jackson.
He did that more than once. That shit happened often.
Yeah.
At his concert.
Man.
So it said in a temporary state of unconsciousness, people gonna be, you know, like you said, afraid, fearful, frightful, in awe, amazed. All these different words that's in the scriptures, you know, at the sight of just the men of the Lord, let alone the Lord Himself. You know?
Come on.
Yeah. Amos chapter 9, verse 11. In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it up as in the days of old, that they may possess the remnant of Edom, and all the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord, that doeth this.
Right. And it's the Most High that's doing this. You know what I'm saying? So what you see right now being happening on the earth, according to Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So right now what you're seeing is the expiring of the Edomite's kingdom, his rule, his reign, his power, all right, on the earth, all right? And again, that's why everybody that's tied to him, his mindset is also dying off that with it. And that's, we ain't got to get it, but in Isaiah 65, many scriptures, start at the 10th chapter, all the individuals that's connected to Esau is going to die with this kingdom. And again, that's why you see everybody, not just Esau, in a weak state.
Yup.
Even our people.
And it also goes back to the Lord withdrawing that left-hand side
That's
from the
it.
world.
That's it, bro.
You know, that left-hand side, those demons that keep everything so active, he's starting to withdraw.
Yep.
And, you know, pushing out that the right-hand side is swallowing up the left hand.
Yeah, beautiful, bro. Because when you got light, it just grows bigger. You know, light don't consume light; it goes with it and it just get bigger. It expands. Light only consumes darkness. You see what I'm saying? So that's what you see happening. Light is consuming the darkness on the earth. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. We'd like to close out giving all honor and glory and praise and worship to our power.
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
Double honors to our apostle, our elder bishop, Greg Mills, who will. These citations will be ready. Until next time, Bob the Ball.
Baba Ball. Shalom.
Wow.